So BuzzFeed was founded about 7 years ago. I started there 5 years ago when we were a small, website. We had about 700,000 unique visitors at that point in time, just 2 editors. And today, in May, we'll probably have about 65 million unique visitors. And we have a team of editors, about 75 editors at this point in time. So over the last 5 years, we've really grown. And how do we do this? I think we've done this through a lot of ways, but the main thing is focusing on creating content that people want to share. We really did build our company based on what we call the social consumption, based on the premise that people will discover and find content through social, whether it's Facebook or Twitter or Pinterest or Contact, whatever it may be. We get 75% of our traffic today, of the 65 million uniques, from social sources. So we're doing very little search engine optimization, SEM, anything like that. All of our traffic, most of our traffic, is coming via these social sources. And our philosophy, and what I'm talking about tomorrow in Lviv, is really the idea is that people go to a Paris cafe. I'll give you a quick. So people go to a Paris cafe, and there's an older gentleman there, drinking tea, reading Le Monde, holding his book about philosophy. And a cute puppy walks up. He doesn't ignore the puppy. He bends down and says, "Oh, cute puppy." And he may flirt with the lady next to him. He may talk to you about the latest celebrity gossip. It's part of what makes someone human. And we believe that people want to get and consume all of this information, content, news, hard-hitting news, serious news, entertaining, family news, all in one place. And we believe that's the future of news and information and content consumption. And everything we do is based on optimizing for that premise. I think the other big thing that BuzzFeed is looking at, besides social as sort of the new starting point for getting news, is the importance of mobile. And I think that the fact that mobile and social have really converged, and together, that's going to be needs to be a big focus for journalists going forward. I think that probably isn't a very clear overview, but at least gives you an idea of what we're doing at BuzzFeed. And I'm happy to answer any questions along those lines.
Thank you.
Any questions?
Other questions?
Sure.
My name is Sergey. I'm a local city guy at blog.de. And actually I have many questions. For example, concerning social networks. We also have very good integrations with social networks, but Facebook constantly changes algorithms. So it's very difficult to depend on this factor. Do you feel that you get less traffic even providing your group is growing and you have more subscribers on Facebook? Facebook has his own advertisers, so you are very dependent on this platform.
Yeah, I mean, as I said before, Facebook is our #1 referrer. We have a very deep integrated partnership with Facebook. But absolutely, we see that every piece of content, on average, gets in front of less fans and less friends than it had in the past. Unless you're able to, Facebook does see if your site or if you as a writer are getting people to share content a lot more. So a lot of times we'll have sort of ebbs and flows on how the content is being displayed on Facebook. And when we have certain stories that get picked up and shared and have sort of like the sort of Facebook network effect, then Facebook will pick up on that and we'll start to get our content in front of a higher percentage of people. But yeah, I think you're absolutely right. Facebook is trying to make money as well, especially in mobile, where they essentially had no ads until a year ago. Now you're competing not just against other pieces of editorial content, but against a lot of advertising content as well. So it really is, I think it's a challenge, but if you focus, our take and what we've seen is if you focus on creating content that people want to share, that resonates emotionally, that maybe you're sharing a laugh, maybe you're sharing sort of an emotion with someone else, something that's nostalgic, something that has a sense of an identity that people can relate to. So there's a lot of different tactics that we use in creating shareable content. Then Facebook will pick up on that, and if you can get sort of more and more sharing to occur, then the idea is that the Facebook algorithms and EdgeRank will essentially reward you for that, and you'll get more presence.
Do you have any mathematics behind that, or what editor's choice? How do you choose stories?
Right. So we built our company basically on a bet that this is how content was going to be. So we have our own custom content management system, we have our own analytics system, and then we have a calculation called social rank, which is really the social reproduction rate of content. So when something goes onto BuzzFeed, we're constantly measuring, are people clicking on it, are people sharing, where are we getting traffic from, how quickly is that traffic accelerating, and the homepage flow is one place to get information, but if you think about a website or BuzzFeed, there's tons of other thumbnails and promotional vehicles throughout the website. And essentially what we're doing is we are optimizing for this social rank. We're promoting the content that's being shared, and we're starving the content that's not. So a piece of content goes on the homepage, it flows down in reverse chronological order. If it's not getting clicked and shared at all, it comes off the homepage, and then all the promotion we're doing on the website, which is a significant amount, is optimized for the most shared content. So essentially the idea is that if people are seeing content, they're liking it, they're sharing it, they're passing it around, we want to get that to more people. So that's a big part of what we do at BuzzFeed.
And one last question. Could you please tell us more about your editorial office? Do you have more like journalists or marketing managers and social media managers?
We have 75 people on our editorial team. A high percentage of them I think you would call journalists. They're people that we hired from New York Times, from Washington Post, from Wall Street Journal. We also have a number of folks who weren't classically trained but still do write a lot of content. Our social team is actually just a few people, because our editors and our journalists, they all are people who understand Twitter, who understand Facebook, have their own presence there, and really to work at BuzzFeed as in the editorial group, you have to be social as well. You have to understand that. You have to understand how it works. And many of our editors have large followings on Twitter and are very active on Facebook as well.